to the club with a good technical goalkeeper in Gary Bailey. But unfortunately, that when I came, he'd also got an injury training with England in the World Cup in '86. So it was a sort of try to patch him up job for me, and it didn't work, and eventually I retired from the game. And unfortunately, that you come to a club and you would like to have had a good experience base in which to start with right away. But that misfortune also led to young Gary Walsh getting his opportunity, and he ousted Chris Turner, who was a good steady goalkeeper, but Walsh at 19 years of age was exceptional. He really was. He's the best 19-year-old I've ever seen, and I think, but for his injuries and misfortune, that he would have played for England without question. He had everything, absolutely everything he had, and he was one of the best I'd ever seen in 1v1s. I remember one game particularly, we played Tottenham here and we managed to beat him 1-0, and he had 4 1v1s in the second half. 2 I think were from Ozzy Ardiles, and it was truly really outstanding performance. He then got a head knock in the game against Sheffield Wednesday at Sheffield in his first full season, and then got a head knock over in Bermuda when we went there for a mid-season break for a friendly game there, and that kept him out for ages, and so on, and it just was one bad break after another. He would have been a marvellous goalkeeper.
They have Letitia. Oh, what a save! Gary Walsh. But here's Gallen. Great stop. Great York won't have many better than that. Between players. Look at that for a save from Gary Walsh. That is magnificent. It really is. Has to react late. Oh, and does he just get enough on it?
I bought Jim Leighton because he had injuries, you see, and Jim had a spell, and he did fine for a while, but then it got on top of him a little. And then, of course, when Jim had his bad spell then, Wes Seeley came in and got a Winners' Cup medal. So it's amazing game football, because Wes was really out of the game in the reserves of Luton Town, put a bit of weight on. We took him in loan, and it transformed him. And he did a fantastic job. And the thing that Wes had, a great belief in himself, which is maybe another factor in goalkeeping. This fantastic belief in himself, and also a tremendous rapport with the fans. They loved him. Maybe not a great rapport with Bruce and Palace, because they're always fighting, the three of them.
Oh my word, they're going at each other now. And here's Clough, and now Jensen. Oh, wonderful stop, instinctive by Seeley. It was going the other way.
Rory telling Hall exactly where he wants it played. It goes in deeper though towards Dixon. Oh! That was a marvellous save by Seeley.
And it's Clough who does it! Oh, and Seeley with a save that leaves both Cloughs in disbelief.
He served us well in that period, But it came to the point where we had to progress, we had to get to a stage. I'd sent Alan Hodgkinson out to Europe quite a few times at that particular time, and he watched Schmeichel about 6 times, and he came back and said, he says, you've got to sign this guy. You've just got to sign him. He's a massive man. His speed and presence and distribution, absolutely first class. You've got to take him. And so it proved. He's got better and better at the club, but I think that in fairness, and I'm not doing overstating, I think he's in the top 3 goalkeepers in the world. Most people put him number 1. I would not disagree with that view, but in fairness to some goalkeeper maybe I haven't seen in South America or something like that, he's certainly without question the top 3. He's been fantastic for us. Presence, distribution, courage, speed. Train performances are sometimes electrifying, and in his own way he's a motivator. He motivates the ones in front of him, certainly. And he's been a fantastic signing for us.
Gage, there's a gap there. Oh, brilliant save! Marsh takes it. The ball is in there. Oh, and that is a fantastic save by Schmeichel. Here come Forrest, and Wones run about 50 yards with it. Call it 60 now. He really tested it. It's right! And that's a great save from Peter Schmeichel. An inviting ball from McGoldrick. It was a great pass. McGoldrick weaving a spell of his own.
Oh, Roger, brilliant save. That has to be one of the saves of the season from Peter Schmeichel, who could scarcely have seen the ball, but somehow stuck up an arm to prevent it crossing the line.
Well up May, Dixon, Johnson, right! Good save!
Attitude. Through against him and you see it, big blonde head come out towards you, you say to yourself, I don't fancy this too much. You can always see the goal. Gets you points that others can't, and those points add up to winning titles. My selection without question, Peter Schmeichel, number one. Since he's come to the place, he's got better and better. The great thing he's got is hunger, desire, ambition, drive. That helps to make him the best, you see. I always remember your first real mistake was against Leeds United.
I did.
It was a sunny day, a really hot day.
Yeah, my parents was in the crowd, so I was out waving.
I know.
I know. But yeah. I thought with the start I had 4 clean sheets. I thought I could.
Adventurous.
I could walk on water. I thought. Every cross was. Up to that point, I played well. They had 1 or 2 throws which are always difficult for goalkeepers. I came out and I caught them. I thought that every high ball in the box was mine. I
always remember when Alan Hodgkinson went to watch you a few times in Europe and he came back and said, you've got to sign this lad. But he says once he gets adjusted to his over-exuberance and coming out his box and things like that, he'll be alright. But in your first experience at Wimbledon, remember that Wednesday night game?
Yeah, I did. Well, I think you overdid it a bit there. I mean, I think you were trying to scare me. To get some respect for Wimbledon, and I think you overdid in that respect, because I wasn't scared, but I was aware of every time a high ball came in, a cross came in, I was aware of their presence. I mean, obviously I've only been here 5 years. I don't think the game is at half for goalkeepers anymore. I think bringing in all the continental players has changed it a lot.
Yeah, I think the whole trend of the game has changed. I think that even Wimbledon as a team have changed dramatically. But
I actually think Sheffield United was the hardest team to play in that respect, of long balls and crossing.
Yeah, they worked hard in the crossing, didn't they? And Harry Bassett, yeah. Well, the debate was really in picking it as my best goalkeeper or my best centre forward.
Yeah. I should have played against Wimbledon.
Well,
I would have scored 5 in that game.
So I mean, that's what I'm up against.
Pallister up and Schmeichel's there!
He's offside.
Oh, it's some finish, but it won't count.
But you still remain the highest goal scoring goalkeeper in the Premier Division at the moment.
1 goal.
1 goal.